Neutrogena does not want you to know about these K-beauty skincare options that are less expensive, in my opinion, work better. They are vegan and cruelty-free and fragrance-free dupes for some of Neutrogena's best-selling products. Can you believe that I used to use Neutrogena? I actually was a Neutrogena girly before I started working in medical aesthetics. I remember vividly having acne, breaking out, walking into the grocery store and buying the oil-free moisturizer, the little, either the purple or the green one for oily skin. And it was like $6. And there was one day that I went home, I exfoliated my face with a physical pumice pad, you know, the ones you use on your feet. Yeah, I put that on my face because I was dumb. And I basically just sandpapered off my entire epidermis. But I exfoliated so bad that everything on my skin burned, including water. And it was the Neutrogena oil moisturizer that was the only thing that made my skin feel better. But as I grew up, I became vegan and cruelty-free and started to work with doctors and derms and was continuing to struggle with acne. I was like, why are so many doctors and derms just like pushing Neutrogena on me? Like they always have the free samples at the office, but I was like, why is there so much push? And then when I actually started working in the industry in medical aesthetics, let's just say there were some Neutrogena reps that would come into the clinic and basically tell the doctors how to do their job. And they can be very, very pushy. And if the doctor starts pushing that on the patients, if it works for the patient, then that's fine. And Neutrogena is a decent brand, so But when it's not right for the patient, or when the patient says, I want cruelty-free, or I want vegan, or that burnt my skin, we should have some options, okay? And these are some things that I wish I had. Also, a lot of people don't know that I used to work in selling lasers, like medical lasers. I actually did a little bit in laser sales. Not anymore. Fun fact, if you didn't know, I did not do that long because I wasn't willing to push things that weren't a good fit or lie. So that was a fun time. Anyways, let's talk about some of the best-selling Neutrogena products and the Korean beauty dupes that are literally so much better, so much cheaper, cruelty-free, and amazing for the skin, and fragrance-free. Everyone's obsessed with like the Hydroboost cleanser. They love some sunscreens, even some makeup wipes, which we need to talk about. But let's start with what I started with, which was that acne cleanser. Do you remember the Neutrogena 2% salicylic acne cleanser? It was like this bright orange and it had this smell. And I remember it being like $5. It's no longer $5. That was so nostalgic for me. And I do think it kind of worked. It was salicylic acid, it was fine. But when my acne was at its worst, it was severe, it was chronic, it was cystic, and it took over my face, chest, and back. And the Neutrogena cleanser just didn't cut it. Now, it has 2% salicylic acid and fragrance, but it's honestly super basic. So I still don't know why they raised the price. There is a brand from Korea that has a salicylic acid body cleanser for rough and bumpy skin. And it says it's specifically for acne prone skin. And this is an exfoliating body wash, the keratin one, but you can totally use this on the face, just the way that you could use the Neutrogena one on the face or on the back. I absolutely love this. As you can see, I've gone through yet another bottle. Aprilskin is such a cool brand, and they're one of the Korean brands that's actually a little bit more medical in nature. A lot of K-beauty is known for being soft and gentle and soothing. There are a couple brands like Aprilskin and like Medicube, and even like CosRx that have some more actives, and that's actually really nice. And as someone who loves my actives and loves to burn off my skin, there are some K-beauty products that are just too gentle for me, right? Although I do love a lot of K-beauty, but this, it is so good. It foams up in your hand really nicely. It's not like a big lather, but it foams up. And I remember the Neutrogena used to have like this sticky feel. I don't know how to describe it. Do you know what polyethylene glycol looks like? PEGs. If you've ever seen polyethylene glycol being poured, it's a liquid that pours itself. Check it out, like it's amazing. But Neutrogena had this texture that felt like polyethylene glycol. And it felt like, it was almost like a ribbony stickiness. And even when you would wash it, it would almost come off in layers and it would like stick to your skin. This does not do that, which I love. This definitely has that same feel when you pour it out in your hand, but when you put it on your body, you can kind of get it to foam up and it actually blends in and out. This is amazing. It's made for rough, bumpy skin. And even though it has salicylic acid in here, it's also got things like beta carotene. It's also got hydrators. This is so good if you have acne on your face, chest, or back, but it also works if you're someone who shaves your legs and you need something for on the days you're not shaving to make sure that you're exfoliating your legs and your underarms. This is great in the underarm area or anywhere else on the body. This exfoliates it so well. And the beta carotene comes from carrots. That's also why it's orange. But remember that beta carotene is related to retinoids. It's definitely not the same as your prescription retinoid, but it's almost like a beta carotene boost with with your acne treatment. I love this so much more than the Neutrogena cleanser. Also, look at how much more you get. The Neutrogena cleanser is like flat. This one is 300 milliliters, 10.14 fluid ounces. Like there's so much more product in here for such less money. I absolutely love this from Aprilskin. I've been using it for over a year. I've rebought it so many times. If you have acne, maybe stop with the Neutrogena if you're not loving it and try this. Now, what about Neutrogena's famous Hydroboost moisturizer? Everyone loves that moisturizer, but first off, it's so expensive. Number two, it's not revolutionary. And number three, it has fragrance in it. Like the very first ingredients in the Neutrogena hyaluronic acid water boost product, it's water, dimethicone, and glycerin, which are fine. And that's why this product feels like a primer on your skin. Everyone loves it, but it's like $20 or $30 now. Like why? If you want hyaluronic acid moisturizer that is so much better, has way better ingredients, including hyaluronic acid, is fragrance-free, cruelty-free, and vegan, Jumiso. This stuff is so good. It's literally called the Waterfall Hyaluronic Acid Water Cream, and this has 3 different forms of hyaluronic acid. But this also has prebiotics and postbiotics, which are the things that help support your microbiome. They feed the microbiome, and then they help to make sure that it stays in balance. Look at this texture. I've used like 3 of these as well. Look at how good this is. It's literally the Neutrogena Hydroboost texture, but it is fragrance-free. It doesn't smell bad. Like it actually smells refreshing, like water. I don't know, like skincare. It smells so good, but it doesn't have fragrance, unlike the Neutrogena one. This also has lactobacillus. This has Saccharomyces. These are basically the pre and postbiotics, and they are so, so good. Look at how nicely this smooths onto the skin. And this is way cheaper, way cheaper. I've gotten this on Amazon for just under $10 when this is on sale. Like, hello, go check Amazon. I'll actually leave the link if you want to check it out, but like check what the price is, because I feel like they change the price depending on either who you are or how many they have in stock. And that's not just for this brand, but it's for Amazon as a whole. Like literally click right now and like look at the price and come back and comment and see if everyone else said the same or different things. Because I really wonder, is it stock or is it like location based? Like sometimes they know that I'm a cheap and sometimes they think that I have more money than I actually do because I'm Googling like luxury skincare like La Mer when I'm talking about it is. But then all of my Amazon prices get more expensive, like even for a couch. I finally got one of those teardrop egg chairs. This was my little gift to myself. It was a little present. Oh my God. If you have space for one of those egg chairs, do not sleep on it. But anyways, I was looking at the egg chairs and then my regular staples, like my trash bags and my skincare products got more expensive. Anyways, comment and let me know if that happens to you. This is so good. It is way less expensive. You can also get this from Style Korean. You can get this on Style Vana. I believe that you can get this at Olive Young, but I'm not totally sure. But this is so good. And Jumiso is such a good brand. They make one of my favorite. It's the all-day brightening serum, the orange like facial serum. So good. Jumiso is amazing. This is way better than Neutrogena. Hydrates more, soaks into the skin, feels better on the skin, and it still has like that little bit of tackiness before it dries down. So if you wanted to use this as a primer and put your sunscreen or moisturizer on after, you can. And let's speak of sunscreens, because Neutrogena, this is why they literally don't want you to know this. They launched a sunscreen that's like an SPF 60 that is shockingly fragrance-free, but they call it this green tea serum sunscreen. And I was like, Neutrogena, you trying to play with K-Beauty right now. You are trying to come for K-Beauty. Oh, I see it. I see it and I'm calling it out as it is. And Neutrogena launched this sun serum, and it's good that it's an SPF 60. It's good that it is fragrance-free. It's actually a decent product. It's just not cruelty-free or vegan, and it's expensive. And their whole claim is that it has green tea and it's amazing. It's literally a basic sunscreen, has a little bit of Camellia sinensis leaf extract, which is green tea leaf extract. Boring as you know what K-Beauty is really good at? Sunscreens. You know why? Because the Korean FDA has approved way more sun filters than the United States has. The United States literally has not gotten a new sunscreen filter since 1999, and there's legislation going on right now that could actually cause sunscreen companies to need to pull the sunscreens that are organic or chemical off the shelves. Yes, the government is trying to take your invisible sunscreen. Like only the mineral ones would be left unless someone pays like $18 million times 14 to pay for testing. If you don't know that drama, there is a video on it. But Korea doesn't have that problem, and they do have Round Lab, which apparently Round Lab is like one of the top brands in Korea. Like Round Lab and D'Alba, like #1 brands in Korea. And it was fascinating when I got to go to Korea, I got to learn about all of this. And then I went back to Korea and I stocked up on even more. That is my hack. If you are ever going to Korea, #1, beauty tourism, obviously. #2, bring an empty suitcase in your other suitcase. You will thank you later, okay? You are going to feel it because the prices there are so good and the products are so good. Anyways, I'll tell you all about my Korea trip if you're subscribed because I just haven't had a chance to edit all of that yet and I'm posting shorts, but some people don't see the short form versions. They only see the long ones. So you have to actually hit subscribe and hit all if you want to see like why I got 7 skincare treatments in one day at a Korean medical clinic, or what happened when I went to a Korean hair loss spa, or what happened when I went to a jjimjilbang, which is basically a big communal sauna. It was amazing. Make sure you don't miss those videos by hitting the all button. But this right here is from Round Lab. But this right here is their Green Tea Cica Watery Sun Cream, SPF 50 PA+++++, 4 pluses. So this is UVA and UVB protective. And look at this applicator. Look at this formula. Is that not the most beautiful sun serum you ever did see? It's literally the Neutrogena sun serum. And what's amazing is that it doesn't smell bad, but it's fragrance free. And guess what this has in it? Green tea. What do you know? But guess what else it has in it? Cica, as in Centella asiatica or Gotu Kola. Yeah, Neutrogena could never. They're like, oh, we put a little green tea in there. And I'm like, well, K-Beauty one-upped you with like 20 different ingredients that are all beneficial for the skin, like vitamins, minerals, nutrients, plus PA 4 pluses. Plus, we have Cica and green tea. I'm just saying, Neutrogena does not want you to know about this, but they're trying to make a sunscreen that competes with the Korean beauty sunscreens. I get it. You know, let Neutrogena make their coin. I wish they were cruelty-free. I don't hate all of their products. I do have a video about my experience with some snotty sales reps at Neutrogena though, which maybe I'm just salty. I think they were independent workers just working on behalf of Neutrogena, but I'm salty, okay? I was salty and depressed and breaking out. But if you thought that you liked that sunscreen and you're like, it's a little too expensive for me or it stings my eyes, mwah, mwah, baby, Round Lab, it's the most beautiful sun serum. It feels so good. And again, it's so inexpensive. The Neutrogena is a cylinder. And again, I've been so interested in product packaging recently ever since I launched my own sunscreen, which is a sunscreen for oily prone skin. It gives you a hydrated, dewy glow for oily prone skin. It's the Purple Protector New Pair Sunscreen with Muon Red Onion SPF 40 PA+++. But this one is an SPF 50 and the Neutrogena is an SPF 60. Now, some people are concerned about that, which we're going to talk about in a second because I was talking about packaging before my little ADH brain went haywire. But look, I always loop it around, don't I? Don't I? So good. Well, Neutrogena is like a cylinder, but this is a little bit more flat. This right here is 50 milliliters or 1.69 fluid ounces, basically 1.7 fluid ounces. So you can actually take this on a plane, but it's a decent amount. And for the price, it is so much better than Neutrogena's little cylinder that's like half filled. Neutrogena's is 1.7 fluid ounces, but they're charging 21 bucks. Round Lab has an even bigger bottle that's 100 milliliters, so twice the amount here. And that one is only 23 bucks. Hello? And if you did want to get the 1.7 fluid ounce one, guess how much this costs? Guess. $11.58. Yep, and it goes on sale all the time. I actually got this at Olive Young and they sold it in this thing, which literally says vegan on the back. This is basically like a duo, and I am testing out so many products from Korea. I'm trying to test responsibly and section them off like back, chest, and face so I can isolate my variables, but I dove right in. I have so much amazing skincare from Korea that I can't wait to tell you about because Americans and people from the UK and from India and from Canada and from Australia and everywhere else, they don't know about these things and I can't wait to share. Anyways, this right here is like a dual pack, which is what they sell. And so this actually came with a cleanser that I haven't tested yet, but I am testing out this sunscreen. This is so good. So much less expensive. You get more for much less money. And the ingredients are so much better than Neutrogena. Now, one thing that Neutrogena did and did well are those makeup wipes. And I hate makeup wipes, but I understand why Neutrogena's makeup wipes are a cult favorite. They feel like they get things off. Actually, does anyone want to donate Neutrogena makeup wipes to me? I do not want to buy Neutrogena makeup wipes. I won't because they're not vegan and cruelty free. And that matters to me. But if someone gives me a product that they weren't going to use, I will test it in the name of science and see how it works and like compare it because that helps me be a more well-rounded consumer, which I hate because I don't want to put things on my face that aren't cruelty free, but I will. I just won't do it if it's not vegan though. If it's not vegan, then I won't do it. But the makeup wipes are vegan, they're just not cruelty free. And I used to use them in the past and I have not been able to find a makeup wipe that works as well. The only makeup wipes that I have, which I'm so sad that I actually did use, especially when my life was falling apart and still kind of is, but you know, we're recovering. It is the Clean Skin Club makeup wipes. They're biodegradable. Like that's like all I can say about them. But I felt like the Neutrogena would like rub stuff around my face and it would leave a film on my face, but I felt like it looked like it got more makeup off. Whereas the Clean Skin Club, biodegradable, they're extra large, they're really good. And I feel like they actually get the makeup off my face and don't leave a film. But as with any makeup wipe, they're always gonna leave some gunk behind. It's not the same as cleansing your face. So, okay. Well, I actually haven't found a dupe of the Neutrogena makeup wipes. And I was looking in Korea for some makeup wipes, but I couldn't find any that were were biodegradable and that were any good. If you know of any Korean makeup wipes that I should try, let me know. I'll put them to the test. But I would go for a micellar water before I go for a makeup wipe, just saying. I also want to know, like, what is your other favorite Neutrogena product that you're like, I wish that I had a dupe for that, because I bet you K-Beauty has one that like Neutrogena just doesn't want you to know. And again, I literally have so much amazing information about Korean beauty, Korean medical tourism, Korean culture that I cannot wait to share. I'm just trying my hardest to get all of this content put together and put out there. Make sure that you are subscribed and hit all, but like, I literally cannot wait. And if you want me to prioritize any of those over the others, you know, like the Korean sauna experience versus the Korean medical clinic where I got 7 treatments in one day versus shopping at all of Young and going on a major shopping spree there and what I brought home and what I like and don't like versus sunscreens for every skin type from K-Beauty. Let me know, because if you tell me, I can prioritize them. So also go to the comments and like other people's comments if you agree that that is like the priority list. You prioritize for me. How about that? I don't know what HDs are, but I obviously have 80 of them today. So you do the ADHD hard work for me and then just upvote or like the people that you agree with, and I can go read the comments, and then those will be my marching orders. Does that sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. The description box is also there. I've linked all of these products for you, as well as the Neutrogena products, so that you can actually look and compare the ingredients and the prices. Because again, Neutrogena has done this so many times. They have an eye cream that's the same as their moisturizer. It's highway robbery, but they're charging you more for the eye cream because it's just in a smaller tube. Like, it's almost the exact same ingredients with like one ingredient change. Do they think we're not skintellectuals? Hello. Anyways, stay hydrated, both orally and topically. You know which one I love. Make sure that you reapply your sunscreen. Again, Korea loves this brand. It's like a #1 seller, and this is way better than that Neutrogena one, especially price-wise. But most importantly, always remember to be beautiful both inside and out. And what that means is embracing your body acne, embracing those things about you, even if you want to try to improve them. Loving your skin where it's at, even if you're trying to change a few things. And of course, it also means putting your money where your morals are. For me, that is vegan and cruelty-free, and that's why some of these options have made me so happy. And I just wish that I knew about these when I was 16. I wish these existed when I was 16. I think I'm older than like all of these brands. Anyways, I can't wait to see you in the description and in the comments or in this next video right here. Love you guys. Bye.